What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Zone. Today, let's get started with Conor McGregor versus Logan Paul not happening? A potential exhibition bout between Logan Paul and Conor McGregor might not be happening after all, on the heels of widespread rumors that the two could wind up colliding in an exhibition in India. Logan Paul has now said that he's committed 100% to the WWE. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video to help support the channel. During Monday's episode of WWE's Monday Night Raw, Paul seemed to pour cold water on the idea. "I've been so good at this. Now I'm dedicating my life to this. No more side hustle. No more 100% WWE." While the news might seem surprising for some fans, Logan Paul's brother Jake Paul had previously poured cold water on the reports of a potential boxing match between McGregor and his brother, calling cap on rumors that the two sides were negotiating behind the scenes. So far, there's been no real word on when fans might see McGregor back in action again, and with the timeline for his return now pushed back to late 2025 according to Dana White, the news that an exhibition against Logan Paul won't happen once again leaves fans without any sort of indication as to when McGregor will compete again. Islam Makhachev talks about Nate Diaz altercation. Back in December, Nate Diaz and Islam Makhachev were involved in a bit of a backstage altercation that was caught on video. In the clip, both guys can be seen throwing water bottles at one another backstage, and according to the lightweight champion, the whole situation wound up getting him in some trouble with Dana White the following night. During an appearance on Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson's YouTube channel this week, Makhachev spoke about the situation, saying that everything started when Diaz gave him and his team the middle finger backstage.
And next day they put me inside, like close to the cage. I sit with Dana, and Dana come to me and say, "You are troublemaker." I say, "Hey Dana, it's not my fault." We sit in before the fight day. I have press conference. The fighters have official weigh-in. We sit and Diaz start to show them, like, the
middle finger.
For what? Maybe for someone it's good, no problem, but it's not our style. Because one of the guy, he wear the mask, Maybe he's sick a little bit, he wear the mask, and maybe Diaz thinking, oh, it's Khabib, and show him,
According to the lightweight champ, although the whole thing started because Diaz gave him and his team the finger, 5 to 6 months before that, the two ran into each other in an elevator, and the Stockton superstar was all respect. Fortunately for the UFC, when Makhachev takes the stage for the UFC 311 Fight Week press conference next week, Diaz won't be in attendance as he does not have any teammates set to compete on the card. Daniel Cormier reacts to Jon Jones demanding $30 million. According to Joe Rogan, Jon Jones and the UFC are nearing a $30 million deal for a fight with Tom Aspinall. While nothing's been finalized yet, Dana White sounds pretty optimistic about the situation, saying late last year that he guarantees a fight will actually happen. During a recent video for his YouTube channel, Daniel Cormier weighed in on the situation, saying that he understands why Jones wants so much, and although UFC fighters typically don't get $30 million deals, it's not nearly as crazy as people think. I'll tell you guys right now, as a person that's been involved in big fights, a person that has sold pay-per-views, a person that at his time was at the top of the pay scale, $30 million was literally a world away from anything we were making. I remember when I got paid in New York, I got like a big bump to take a fight on 3 weeks notice, which ultimately became my salary, and people were astounded with the number. Let me look at the gate for Madison Square Garden, $16 million gate. That's a massive gate. That's a massive gate for Jon Jones. Okay, how many pay-per-views did they sell? Now when you start looking at it like that, you start going, I don't know if it's his ask is as crazy as people are saying now. That ask is not so crazy, I want that. While nothing has been finalized yet, Michael Bisping thinks that Jones has taken the right approach to the fight, saying that by showing no interest in the fight against Tom Aspinall leading up to his fight with Stipe Miocic, Jones wound up creating even more buzz surrounding the fight heading into the new year. With all signs pointing towards a deal getting done, the big question now is when the two will share the octagon. MMA community reacts to Alex Pereira sparring Caio Borralho. Alex Pereira might not have his next title defense booked, but the light heavyweight champion was recently seen in the gym getting some work in with Caio Borralho to kick off the new year. After a big 2024 that saw Pereira win Fighter of the Year at the World MMA Awards, and Borralho cement his place as a top-ranked middleweight, the two went into the new year with plenty of momentum. The MMA community was quick to weigh in on the situation, with one fan weighing in on a potential Borralho-Adesanya fight depending on how Izzy's fight with Nasruddin Imavov plays out. Great work, Izzy beats Caio. Another weighed in, writing, "The way Alex throws that left hook gives me chills." One fan wants Borralho to get a big step up in competition in the new year. Caio is a beast and deserves a top 6 in middleweight. I know he trains with Khamzat sometimes, but it would be a fun matchup. Not everyone was impressed by the footage though. Getting pieced up by Borralho is crazy. Ankalaev makes easy work of him. Another replied, "Shama is so good at being out of range by inches than stepping in and sending people to the shadows." With Pereira striking and the Fighting Nerds grappling, one fan wrote, "Alex in the Fighting Nerds gym means it's over for the light heavyweight division, bro is unstoppable." One member of the MMA world took the chance to point out how these two high-level pros were sparring, adding, "This is how you spar, not too hard, keeping it light and controlled. Too many guys even at the highest level leave their careers in the gym. Granted, I wouldn't spar hard either if I was against Poatan." With the new year underway, it seems like it's probably just a matter of time before we get some fight news for these two. UFC updates. Ahead of the UFC's first card of the year, we've got some fight updates, starting with the change to UFC 312 next month. Originally, Jimmy Crute was set to fight Marcin Prachnio on the card, but after Prachnio wound up pulling out of the fight, Crute is now set to fight Rodolfo Bellato, who hasn't fought since a victory over Ihor Potieria way back in December of 2023. The following weekend on the UFC Vegas 102 card at the Apex, Angela Hill will throw down with Ketlin Souza as Overkill looks to bounce back from a loss to Tabitha Ricci, and Souza looks to extend the 2-fight win streak that most recently saw her pick up a performance of the night bonus for a submission victory over Yasmin Jauregui. We've also got an update on the UFC Mexico card scheduled for the end of March. After initially being scheduled to fight Diana Barboza, Yasmin Jauregui's now going to fight Julia Polastri as she looks to bounce back from a submission loss to Ketlin Souza back in September. On the flip side, Polastri will be looking to build on a split decision win over Corey McKenna back in October, which marked her first win inside the octagon. Last but not least, after saying that he was not going to be retiring, Tony Ferguson is now reportedly in talks with the GFL, according to Kevin Lee, who said on the Ariel Helwani show this week that El Cucuy's actually been mentioned as a potential opponent for his first fight with the promotion, but so far nothing's been finalized. Bo Nickal talks about a fight with Khamzat Chimaev. Bo Nickal and Khamzat Chimaev might be at different points in their careers, with Chimaev looking for a title shot this year and Nickal looking to crack the middleweight rankings. But despite that, the talk of a fight between the two has not died down. Given that the two are considered to be the two best grapplers in the UFC, and both guys seem destined for UFC gold, a fight between the two has been a major talking point ever since the NCAA legend made his UFC debut. Now, after a win over Paul Craig, Nickal spoke about a potential scrap between him and Khamzat Chimaev down the line in a video for his YouTube channel, where he basically said that the biggest X factor in a potential fight between the two is cardio.
It's hard to say exactly where he's at, you know. I think that he's good, he's got skills, but his biggest thing that's gonna crush him, especially against a fight against me, is, dude, you're gonna get tired. Like, you're going to go like this, and I'm gonna go like this as the fight goes on. You're not gonna take me down, which is your best attribute. So you're gonna have to strike with me. I'm probably gonna be able to take you down. Maybe I don't hold you down on the ground forever, but I can hold you down there for a little bit. And the longer the fight goes, the worse it's gonna get. So
while Nickal emerged from his fight with Paul Craig pretty much unscathed, so far there's been no word on when the undefeated contender will get back in the octagon in the new year. Based on what Dana White said after his win over Craig though, it sounds like the UFC isn't in any rush to give Nickal a top-ranked fighter, given that he's only been fighting for a few years now. Dustin Poirier blown away by Trick. When Dustin Poirier ran into popular magician Tushis Azad recently, the former interim lightweight champion was left flabbergasted by his card trick. In a video posted on Instagram, Tushis pulled up on Poirier, saying that he wanted to surprise the Diamond with a magic trick. Poirier needed no convincing and jumped right in and picked the card from the deck. After turning Poirier's card a different color, the magician then upped the ante, making a card that the Diamond was stepping on switch places with a card from the deck.
Through the clubs? No. It gets better. It gets better, right? You're gonna step. You're gonna step on the 3 of clubs right here. You're gonna step on it and just keep it stepped on. Like, just step on it, keep it there. Keep it there. Look. We on it. Right there. Memorize that card. Got it. You got it. You guys got it. All right. Look. I want you to blow on the cards. I just want you to blow on the cards one more time. See. Look. If I do this right, one card should turn. Oh man. Wait. I think you missed it. Blow on one more time. See, if I did this right, one card should turn. Oh man, I said one card should turn blue, right? See, what's that card right there? time, this guy. Every time.
On Tuesday, Tucci's also posted a video to Instagram where he did a magic trick on Alex Pereira, leaving the champion totally confused by his trick as he repeatedly made his card jump back up to the top of the deck, and eventually up into his mouth.
Look, snap your fingers. Every time you snap, see how it jumps back to the top? Look, right here. Snap. See how it jumps back to the top? This time, look at it really closely, alright? Do not take your eyes off it. Do not take your eyes. Looking at it, right? Looking at it, look. Push your card, push it in. Look up.
Sean Strickland squashes his beef with his teammate Chris Curtis. Months back, the two teammates started to feud over Chris wanting to drill while Sean wanting to spar, and Sean told him to go drill on his own time, which Chris took as disrespect and parted ways with Strickland. Well, now it seems like Strickland and Chris have finally squashed their beef, and they're looking to get back in training together. During an interview, Chris Curtis opened up on his relationship with Sean now. Here's what he had to say.
Sean Strickland shares Christmas reunion with former best friend after bitter public fallouts. That was the Christmas Day photo that popped up of you guys training.
There's a reason they bloody elbow, and they just, god damn it, I hate bloody elbow. We've I've never left the gym. We've never we fight. Me and Sean and I fight a lot. When you know somebody that long, you're gonna have some friction. And especially when you know somebody that long, you know how to get under each other's skin. And we have had words, we have had fist fights on multiple occasions. It is what it is. It's always going to be that way. It's just we're very different personalities and we have very different beliefs and boundaries. And we both cross those boundaries a lot more than most people. So it's going to happen. It's just a part of the game. Yeah, there are just times you just gotta take a step away, give it time to breathe, let everybody come to their own thing, and it's fine. It's not the first time it's happened. It won't be the last time it's happened, I'm sure.